Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. I am MOHAMED Azwareza bin Muhammad Rodzi. My metric number B0517100031 and my supervisor is IR Dr. Muhammad Remy bin Anang Masuri. Today I will present about post-occupancy evaluation of FKP building. The concept of POE evaluates performance of the building during in-use stage in order to understand the mutual interaction process between building and the user needs. General term for a broad range of activities aim at understanding how the building perform once they are built and used by Ika, Clinton and Wellington 2030. POE studies are performed on building for a variety of reasons such as to solve the problem that occur in building during in-use stage and to rectify unforeseen problem in the building by Vicker 2002, Hewitt 2005. Here is the problem statement. Receive the complaint of the defect and problem shortcoming after occupation and the performance of the building. Next, about the functional efficiency, accessibility and distribution. And also receive the complaint about configuration of space, ventilation and daylight problem. For objective, first objective is to study the level of satisfaction of the users at FKP building. Second objective is to analyze the factors that affected the satisfaction of users at FKP building through POE. And the last objective is to propose action to improve the performance of FKP building during in-use stage. So, the scope of the study conducted to academic staff, non-academic staff and students at FKP building through questionnaire survey investigation to be carried out at FKP building. For methodology, have 4 stages from the research. First, determine the scope. Second, the literature review. Third, data collection, and lastly, data analysis. Here the flowchart. This research start with identify the title and go to determine the scope. Next, objective of the study. After that, having the literature review. This literature review refer from journal, books and articles. Next, data collection and the questionnaire that have created. The questionnaire was distributed to academic staff, non-academic staff and student FKP. The questionnaire was divided in 3 sections. First, about demography. Second, about occupant satisfaction related to functional performance. And last section about occupant satisfaction related to indoor environment quality. After we got the data, go to data analysis by using SPSS to generate the data. From SPSS, the data will generate normality analysis, reliability analysis, frequency analysis, average index analysis, correlation analysis by Spearman Rowe, and got the hypothesis analysis. From that, it show the table, the graph and the chart. After that, make a conclusion and recommendation, and the end. Here is the first analysis for result and discussion. Normality analysis. The significant value is 0.00 indicates the violation of the assumption of normality of the sample. Because significant value is less than 0.05, this is indicate non-normal distribute. Okay, next, reliability analysis. From SPSS, the questionnaire is considered to be reliable as the value of crown bunch alpha is more than 0.70. And what I got, the alpha coefficient for the 31 item is 0.918. This means suggesting that the item have relatively excellent internal good consistency. Okay, next, frequency analysis. This is the higher respondent response from the questionnaire. From data that I have generated with SPSS for section 2, occupant satisfaction related to functional performance, the higher percentage is 66% with somewhat satisfied, which is this item B2 space provided for individual work and storage and furniture in terms of comfort, flexibility, sufficiency access, ability personal control for heating, ventilation, connection point and power supply stability. Okay, followed by item B7, B1, B4, B6, B8 and B9. As we can see, the lower percentage for satisfied functional performance is 33% with somewhat satisfied, which is item B3 about privacy of workspace. Okay, we look for satisfied overall quality performance in terms of facility. Item B11 about academic office is the higher percentage of satisfied at 54.8% with somewhat satisfied. followed by item B10, B15, B12, B30, and B40. And we can see the lower percentage is item B16 about lecture hall auditorium is 41.9% with somewhat satisfied. Next, at section 3, occupant satisfaction related to indoor environment quality. The higher of percentage for satisfied is item C1 about indoor air temperature with 69.4% at somewhat satisfied, followed by item C5, C2, and C3. And we can see the lowest percentage is item C4 about natural daylight in the building or workstation with percentage 53.2% at somewhat satisfied. Lastly, for satisfied in control following aspect of the building, the higher percentage at item C8 about artificial light with 71% of somewhat satisfied, followed by item C6, C7, and C10. The lowest percentage is item C9 with 46.8%, only at neutral of satisfied indoor environment quality. Okay, for average index analysis, for satisfied functional performance, cleaning is the first rank in satisfied functional performance of FKP building. The higher mean score is 4.371. This possible cause FKP building have a cleaner according the schedule provide and user have awareness about the cleanliness in the building. This support with journal from Ibn 2011, Hasanan 2008. Building services and infrastructure are an integral part of the build environment and a major influence on educational satisfaction and quality of life of occupant. They include water supply, washroom and water closet, laundry, information technology and electrical services concerned. According Hasanan 2008, Sani Endibaya and Hasanan 2060, this facility should be properly designed, installed, maintained and managed. Services such as electricity supply and warm water must be adequate for the level of use. The availability and adequate of these facilities coupled with the issues of the cleanliness of washroom facility are of utmost concern. For satisfied overall quality performance, Surau is the best facility and respondent majority agree with their level satisfied. Surau, the highest of mean score is at 4.0806. This include the quality of all architecture attributes of the following such as the design and configuration of space, building location relative to other facilities in the campus, landscape architecture and general artistic appearance according Prisia 1988, Sani Endibaya and Hasanan 2060. Okay, for satisfaction related to indoor environment quality, factor artificial light in the building or workspace is the higher mean score is at 4.1129. Lighting system that are used in the building should comply with the indoor lighting requirement to avoid a decrease in performance when it's too dim or too bright. For satisfy control following aspect of the building related in the indoor environment, artificial light is the higher factor with mean score at 3.8387. If lighting in the building is used according to POE, this may save as much energy as possible. As a result, may improve organization productivity. This according Gosau and Wagner 2007. Okay, for result and discussion about hypothesis analysis. For hypothesis 1, is the relationship between satisfaction related to functional performance and level productivity. There was medium positive relationship between two variables B8 and B19. Correlation coefficient value R equal to 0.376, N equal to 62 and P more than 0.01. For item B8 is cleaning and B19 is level satisfaction in the building or facilities affected productivity. And another hypothesis is there was a weak positive relationship between other variable. Is it B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, B9 and with B19. This correlation coefficient value are equal to 0.1 to 0.29 and with N62 P more than 0.01. So that from this hypothesis 1, HO accepted there is correlation between the level satisfaction related to functional performance and level of productivity. For hypothesis 2 is the relationship between certified overall quality performance and the level of productivity. There was weak positive relationship between variable B10, B11, B12, B30, B40, B50, B60, B70 and B90. This correlation coefficient value are range 0.1 to 0.29 with n equal to 62 and value of P more than 0.01. But for hypothesis 2 still accept there is have a correlation between the level of satisfaction of overall quality performance and the level of productivity. Lastly, for hypothesis 3 is the relationship between satisfaction related to indoor environment quality and the level of productivity. For hypothesis 3, we have three relationships, which is strong, medium and weak relationship. There was strong positive relationship between two variables C2 and C11. Correlation coefficient value are 0.5 to 8 and value of n equal to 62 and value of P more than 0.001. For item C2 is ventilation and air quality of building or workspace, and item of C11 is level satisfaction of overall indoor environment quality affected productivity. For medium positive relationship, there was medium positive relationship between two variables C1 and C11. Correlation coefficient value are equal to 0.385 with n equal to 62, p value more than 0.01, which is item C1 is indoor air temperature and item C11 of level satisfaction overall indoor environment quality affected productivity. So that last relationship in hypothesis 3, there was a weak positive relationship between variables C3, C4, C5 and C11. Correlation coefficient value are range 0.1 to 0.29 with n value 62 and p more than 0.01. So that HO still accepted there is correlation between the level of satisfaction related to functional performance and level of productivity. For action to improve, we take two items which is have the lower percentage in our analysis. This about privacy of workspace. So the action we can take, the staff office need to be redesigned, providing partition between workstation as the staff are not satisfied with their privacy. Second, to improve privacy in workstation, increase the wall height of partition. Third, rearrange the position of furniture in class or lecture room. And lastly, minimize the capacity of participants in certain time. So this related with privacy and interaction could be viewed as very important issues for designer. Privacy can be seen as a person to person, person to group, group to person and group to group social unit relationship. This citation by Alman 1975. And second action we can improve is control following aspect for the building in natural light. First, provide daylighting integrate with electric lighting control in several area provision. For example, provision of atrium and certain glass wall. Second, allocate larger and higher window opening to improve daylight penetration. And lastly, provide view space facing outdoor environment and to perceive natural daylight. So for natural lighting to penetrate more successfully into the building, designers should be involved more option when design or altering existing building. This by Gosor and Wagner 2007. As a conclusion, for adjective 1, to study the level of satisfaction of the user at FKP building, we achieve the objective by analysis of the percentage of satisfied. And second objective, to analyze the factor that affect the satisfaction of user at FKP building through POE. This we can see by rank the factor of satisfied. And objective 3, we still can achieve with to propose action to improve performance of FKP building during in-use stay, about the privacy in workspace and control following aspect for the building in natural light. So as a recommendation, it is highlight hope that the administration will make a good use of the study's finding and recommendation, which are intend to satisfy the need of the building user, improve the indoor environment and increase the sense of belonging to the faculty. and ultimately enhance the educational process. Thank you.